और ये वही
इनफैक्ट इन
स्कूल लाइफ है
कॉलेज
जो एंड्रयूसगंज में था, ये वही स्कूल है ना,
अरे
दिल्ली
आपको
का
कैसे पता?
एंड्रयूसगंज।
यस यस
The
ऑफ
last
कोर्स.
time we spoke, Abhishek, we talked about
ओके.
everything from Delhi to you shifting down south, the food, the dabbas, what your
या
mom
या
would
या
feel
या
when you would not get the right food. We talked about everything, and of course, I remember.
मेरी शादी में मैं लड़ रहा था अपने चाचा के साथ. Of course, my parents, yeah, they were like very against this marriage. Inter-religion marriage, so obviously, like, you know, that was like a big deal. But I stood my ground and I fought with my father, looked him into the eye, got beaten, and I was slapped. My dad actually slapped me in front of my friends, and I was just praying to God, "Ki yaar, Bhagwan, yaar, come on, just get me a girl, na yaar, who I can like settle down with, yaar. Why are you doing this?" And I'm actually like praying, and I go to this house party, and I see her. She was not even like dressed girly. She was like wearing those basketball shorts and like, you know, loose t-shirt. So it was not even like, you know, someone in a nice fairy tale princess kind of clothes. Nothing like that. Just one look of this, you know, wacky girl, and I was in love. And my friends were like, "Hey, bro, this is too, you know, that's out of your league, bro. You can't like, नहीं हो पाएगा तुमसे ये सब." मैंने उसको चैलेंज ले लिया. मैंने बोला ये तो भाई गलत कर दिया आपने, मतलब. एंड तब तक ऑब्वियसली मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हो चुका था. मैं स्कूल वाला मुन्नेस नहीं था. Then I wrote her a love letter when she was going to Spain. So I went to Delhi. She was flying from Delhi. I went to Delhi in a train. Train से गया. मैं उसको बोला कि मैं फ्लाइट से आ रहा हूँ. वहाँ से गाड़ी लेके उसको एयरपोर्ट ड्रॉप करने गया. And I gave her a love letter and with all my, you know, heart out. And she read that, and that's it. Like, I think she messaged me from Spain that she misses.
Hi, Abhishek.
Hi,
Welcome
Divya.
to our show where we're going to be talking about your very interesting, very impressive new web series. मतलब मैं तो इसका introduction नहीं देने वाली हूँ because I would want you to explain to all the viewers what this really funny, hilarious, and very entertaining web series is all about. Begin.
It's all about a guy who's not able to, you know, find his bride, and he gets lucky with one kind girl who agrees to marry him and who falls in love with him. That's Barkha Singh, you know, she's playing Mahi. And yeah, and Munnes जो है वो नॉर्थ में एक बड़ा ही कॉमन सा एक नाम है. और ज्यादातर यही होता है कि मुन्नेस का बड़ा मजाक उड़ाया जाता है हमेशा कि मुन्नेस जो है उसको एक आप कह सकते हैं भोला भाला एक लड़के को वो उपाधि मिलती है कि बेटा तुम मुन्नेस हो. तो अब इसका तो नाम ही मुन्नेस है. ठीक है, समझ रहे हैं कि मतलब किसी माँ बाप ने ही मुन्नेस रखा है और यूजुअली दोस्त लोग देते हैं ये सब नाम. लेकिन so yeah, I mean, it's a very very sweet guy. Actually, the guy, like, the character is very sweet. He's very you know, nice, and probably finds it difficult to open up with girls and doesn't know how to talk to girls, and you know, he's getting rejected left, right, and center. And finally, and yeah, the one girl, in fact, in the trailer says कि मैं 2 बार reject करती हूँ. Can you imagine that? Like, तो मुझे खुद को देखने में बुरा लग रहा था कि अरे यार क्या. But but then, you know, I mean, उसकी शादी तय हो जाती है somehow, and somehow the नक्षत्र जो हैं उसके बेचारे कितने खराब हैं कि पंडित जी जो है कुंडली मिक्सअप कर देते हैं. And he realizes that okay, yeah, this is a you know, so you basically, there's a catch that now he has to get married to another girl.
Yes.
Give her a divorce and then get married to her, you know. And so now we have to remember that this is not a regular guy. This is मुन्नेस जिसको लड़कियां 2 बार रिजेक्ट कर चुकी हैं. अब उसको एक शादी तो हो नहीं रही थी, उसको दूसरी करनी है, उससे डिवोर्स भी लेना है.
Man, what an amazing story. I mean, the moment I watched it, I was like, yeah, ये सच में लोगों के साथ हुआ होगा. Because a lot of pundits out there, you know, who would actually make you do just about everything when you're desperate to get married.
I mean, we marry Stree all the time, right? Like,
Yeah.
तो मतलब इतना तो कर ही रहे हैं. वो भी कॉमेडी है ना, अगर देखा जाए तो. But yeah.
Any real life inspiration for this character? ऐसा तो लग नहीं रहा है कि मतलब ये सिर्फ स्क्रिप्ट पे ही based है. Have you drawn some references from real life?
Yeah, probably my school life. I was very shy. I could not talk to girls, and I did not know how to, approach girls. And my ghar ka naam was Gola. So, Gola is also like, in the same categories as Munnes. So, yeah, I just, and it's inspired by my life, like my school life, probably.
और ये
In
वही
fact, in
स्कूल लाइफ है
college,
जो एंड्रयूज
actually.
गंज में था, ये वही स्कूल है ना,
अरे
दिल्ली का
आपको कैसे
एंड्रयूज
पता?
गंज.
Yes, yes,
The
of course.
last time we spoke, Abhishek, we talked about
Okay.
everything from Delhi to you shifting down south, the food, the dabbas, what your
Yeah,
mom
yeah,
would
yeah,
feel
yeah, yeah,
when you would
yeah,
not
yeah,
get the
yeah.
right food. We talked about everything, and of course, I
Wow,
remember
wow, wow,
कि
wow. Of
दिल्ली की
course.
गलियां
Wow,
जो है,
thank you.
that
जी,
remains very very dear to you. तो ये
that's true.
एंड्रयूज गंज के केंद्रीय विद्यालय, if I'm not mistaken,
जी, जी,
वहां
जी.
से शुरुआत हुई when you were very shy.
Yeah, yeah. ये
लड़कियां
शुरुआत
बड़ी
केवी कल्पाकम से हुआ था. I still remember there was a girl. I won't take her name. I mean, on national TV, of course. But I was in fifth standard, and I was smitten by her. Like, she's a stamp ram, and she used to wear. बड़ा culture था कि फूल वूल पहनते थे. मतलब, girls would wear, nice gajras and all of that, and come to school. That's a trend in South India. And I was like so mesmerized and smitten, and she was a topper. So मैं just to have an interaction with her, because obviously I was a nobody. Like, she would not look at me, and you don't even know how to talk to girls like that in fifth standard. I would just go and sit behind her bench, and like just to be around, or like, probably have some kind of conversation. And when everything failed, I actually worked on my studies and I became the second topper next year.
This is
Yeah,
this is so cool. This is like real inspiration.
yeah. I actually did that. मैं second आया, मैं life में बस एक ही बार जैसे second आया था, उसके बाद third आया था, उसके बाद से deteriorate होता गया. But sixth standard, I will never forget that. I scored more than her in some subject, and she came to me and she's like, "How did you do that?" Because she was a topper all way long, and
Yes.
suddenly like suddenly कोई लड़का है जो कि transfer होके आया है दिल्ली से,
Yes.
है अभी हुआ है like एक साल हुआ है, and suddenly he is like reached almost her level, and she started talking to me, and we would talk on phone, and I'm assuming that she obviously understood it later, but yeah, I mean, तो देखिए मतलब मुन्नेस है हमारे अंदर, ऐसी बात नहीं है. But I think हिंदुस्तान के बहुत सारे लड़कों में है, like I think
बहुत
it's
सारे.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know, but I just like, it's just funny because I see so many comments where the guys are, "अरे ये तो हमारी कहानी है बे," and they're like, and they're like, "सुशील ये तो तुम्हारी कहानी लग रही है," and it's like, oh my god, like they're relating. So it obviously, I have friends who are still not married, and I ask the same question, and they don't know how to get married, and probably they want to find love, but वो love marriage हो नहीं रही है. So and then किसी का फोन आ रहा है कि यार हम arrange ही कर लेते हैं यार, I'll just go for arrange यार. I think arrange is better, because then you like start to like live together, then the love grows, then they start how do you put it, like they start advocating arranged marriage. The guys who are hardcore non-believers of the whole arranged setting Indian, this is not right, that is not cool, and then suddenly they like arrange कर लेते हैं.
Arrange ही कर लेते, ये तो हो रही है कम से कम.
One of our friends, so actually he went to his native town just to like meet his father, and he came back married.
Awesome. इसकी तो किस्मत खुल गई है यार.
Yeah, I'm like, what happened to you? And he's like, अरे यार वहाँ पे अच्छी लड़की मिल गई, हमने कर ली शादी. I'm like, it's a craze, like how people just want to get married, they just want to have. But it also shows that how much people want company. That's what, right? That nobody wants to die alone. They just want somebody to like care for or be taken care of. So yeah, this shows emotions are intact.
Yes. And how emotional are you? I mean, your wife is, wow. I mean, I go through your Instagram account. Then I go to her Instagram account just to see her pictures. Awesome. Kaha mili? Could you just run us through your love story?
Again, very cliche, love at first sight, and and I was coming out. I'm coming out from a bad breakup, and I was done with the whole, the whole dating scene, and I just wanted to settle. And I actually मैंने भगवान मैं मुझे कभी नहीं भूलूंगा कि मैं ऑटो में चल रहा था मैं I was going to that friend's house where she was. I was going to meet a friend and she was at Tina's friend circle में थी वो. And I was just praying to God कि यार भगवान यार come on यार get me a girl ना यार who I can like settle down with यार why are you doing this to me? And I'm actually like praying and I go to this house party and I see her and she was not even like dressed girly. She was like wearing those basketball shorts and like loose t-shirts. So it was not even like someone in a nice fairy tale princess kind of clothes. Nothing like that. Just one look of this wacky girl, and I was in love. And my friends were like, hey, bro, this is too, that's out of your league, bro. You can't like नहीं हो पाएगा तुमसे ये सब मैंने उसको चैलेंज ले लिया मैंने बोला ये तो भाई गलत कर दिया आपने मतलब एंड तब तक ऑब्वियसली मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हो चुका था मैं स्कूल वाला मुन्नेस नहीं था एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स देन I started chasing her good 6 months. Yeah, and like tried to tell her once, got rejected once. She almost threw me out of her house. कि हमारे
What did
building
she
में ना problem.
say? What did she
Yeah,
say?
yeah.
Rejecting you?
Nothing. I think I told her that what I think I like you. She's like what I don't like all this. You please go. My building anyway has problem with guys coming to my house. So that's what she said, and I'm like, okay, fine. And I just left very awkward, and I just left. I'm like, oh, that's a very bad way of rejecting someone. But मैंने hope नहीं छोड़ी. I kept trying, like I'm like, okay, let's be friends, and she was okay with friends, and then I wrote her a love letter when she was going to Spain. So I went to Delhi. She was flying from Delhi. I went to Delhi in a train से गया मैं उसको खुद बोला कि मैं फ्लाइट से आ रहा हूँ और मैं ट्रेन से गया और वहाँ से गाड़ी लेके उसको एयरपोर्ट ड्रॉप करने गया and I gave her a love letter and with all my heart out and she read that and that's it. Like I think she messaged me from Spain that she misses me and I'm like yeah, that's it.
Wow, मतलब इंडिया में लव लेटर लिखा एयरपोर्ट पे दिया और स्पेन से अप्रूवल भी आ गया.
Full filmy, like it's like I'm a hardcore romantic.
And was the marriage also very filmy? Did anybody say ये शादी नहीं हो सकती for whatever reason?
Yeah, of course. My parents, yeah, they were like very against this marriage. Inter-religion marriage, so obviously, like that was like a big deal. But I stood my ground and I fought with my father, looked him into the eye, got beaten, and I was slapped. My dad actually slapped me in front of my friends. He's thapad mara. ज़्यादा बोल रहा है मेरे सामने. Talk. And that's when I realized that shit, I can't do this shit. Like you can't like with real life, you don't argue with your fathers. Especially with Fauji fathers.
Yeah, Fauji father.
Yeah, my God. So yeah, I mean, then finally, उनको भी समझ में आ गया कि ये नहीं मानने वाला है. 2 साल से मैं ढीठ था. Finally, we got married.
Oh, that's nice. Has it ever happened to you, Abhishek, that videographer is of course clicking you while you're taking the bite? मतलब mid bite में ही वो photo खींची जाती है जहाँ पे mouth is half open and the food is right there. Has it ever happened? Have you seen such photographs of yours?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many with the wedding photographs. Somebody's making some weird, like something is going inside and something is falling, and they're looking and posing for the camera also. And then sometimes when you're like caught unaware, when you're like putting a rasgulla in your mouth, and suddenly it's like there's a flash, those loud flashes, which makes it look more, vulgar than it is. Oh God. Yeah, of course.
And you've of course done Nagin dance, the right way,
Yeah.
not the wrong way. Have you done that? Have you done
Yeah,
that?
I've done Nagin dance. Yeah. Everybody does Nagin dance. Who
Can you
doesn't
give
do
us a
Nagin
glimpse?
dance?
How is
Like
it?
I can't do it because Nagin dance is not basically. You know what? The theory of Nagin dance is not standing or sitting. You have to lie down and then do it, and everything that the body has to move like from head to toe. Right.
And of course,
That's when you're really doing Nagin dance.
And of course, the handkerchief should be like stuffed in your mouth and do
Yeah.
So you've done
It has to be. Yeah, of course. I've lived my life in Delhi. I'm a Delhi boy. अभी बॉम्बे आके सोबर हो गया हूँ मैं.
हाँ, तो दिल्ली में तो गेट क्रैश करी होगी वेडिंग. कहीं पे सूट बूट पहन के चले गए थे आप?
सूट बूट भी नहीं, ऐसे ही चले गए. सूट बूट भी नहीं. Like
कहाँ कौन सी वाली शादी थी? कौन से एरिया की?
College time में तो there were like so many weddings. College के आसपास कुछ भी शादी होती थी. Because there are too many shadis which happen sometimes in the lawns. Because colleges will give you that for whatever, rent it out and all that. So we just enter and eat food. एक बार तो ये भी हुआ था कि एक शादी में मैं नहीं गया था, लेकिन मेरे दोस्त जो गए थे, गैंग गए थे, तो वहां पे चोरी हो गई थी। तो वहां पे चोरी हो गई थी, कुछ 1-2 लाख के सोने और जेवरात चोरी हो गए थे, और इनको पकड़ लिया।
Oh
इनको
God.
पकड़ लिया कि तुम लोग कौन हो, तुमने किया चोरी।
Oh God. And
And
these are
one of the
Kirodiwal College के
yeah,
बच्चे.
yeah,
These are
Kirodiwal
KMC
college के
students.
बच्चे, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल। I can't even take their names because they're actually prominent people right now. And these guys, and I remember one of the guys, उसके पापा ने फोन करके जो बोला, पापा हमें पकड़ लिया, कहता है पैसे दे देना, जो प्लेट का पर प्लेट है वो दे देना, चले जाओ वहाँ से।
ओए ना, दिल्ली में तो जानता नहीं मेरा बाप कौन है. It's all about बाप and बाप की advice.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Yes.
it's crazy.
Oh wow. तो gate crash अच्छी तरह से करी आप लोगों ने मैंने.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, of course.
Someone has asked you कि बेटा आपकी उम्र क्या है when you were unmarried, किसके बेटे हो, कहाँ से आए हो, मतलब have the matchmaking ever started at any of the weddings that you attended?
No, not really, I think, because I didn't give people a chance, probably. I was like, I don't know. I don't think nobody approached me like that in a wedding. Also, I got married too. I got married very early in my life. So
How old were you?
28.
28. 28 is not too
Yeah.
old. 28 is
It
still
is, yeah.
decent age.
नहीं यार, मेरे सारे दोस्त बेचारे अभी जितने, like in my friend circle, I think I have been the youngest who got married. Seriously. So these days, I think yeah, people are taking time, and like usually it's happening post 30 is what I'm seeing.
Achha, when you've attended wedding, has it ever happened that you've mentally bookmarked किया, these are the things that I would never want at my weddings? मतलब आप देखते हो कि कोई रो रहा है uncontrollably, कहीं खाने की मतलब nobody is.
मेरा तो बेसिक एक ही चीज था मेरा, कि इतने पैसे खर्च नहीं करूंगा अपनी शादी। Every time I used to go for weddings, I feel like, why are they spending so much money, and why are they like keeping so many dishes? And because half the dishes nobody's going to eat the bangan bharra bangan.
True.
Who's going to eat bharra bangan here? This is like, so you can cut out so many dishes and have like probably limited guest list also. You don't need to call everybody to your wedding. It's a closed affair. It's not really a public affair. I feel that, and we just overdo our weddings there. It's too much, and that money can actually be used by the couple. If you really have the money, just give it to them. Let them enjoy the perks of it.
Yes.
And recently, another friend of mine also got married, and he said the same thing. And he's like, "Yeah, it's unbelievable that how people want to spend so much on a wedding, but not probably on life." And because that's what finally, when he saw the bills, he's like, "We socha nahi tha." So I basically got married in my native place, Kharagpur, and we went to Tina's native place, Mangalore. So we did a very small, close friends and family wedding. Didn't spend a lot of money. The food was great still, and and we had a great time. We had a beach wedding and we had a Bengali wedding.
तो जूता छुपाई तो हुई होगी या उधर नहीं होता?
हाँ ना, उतना नहीं हुआ था, लेकिन हुआ था बीच में, बट मैं सस्ते में निपट गया था। उस टाइम उतना पैसा कमाता भी
कितना दिया था? How much did you pay?
I think 11,000 मेरे लिए उस टाइम बहुत पैसा था, समझ रहे हो आप?
11,000 is nothing. 11,000 is nothing. बहुत easy.
उनको पता नहीं था ना, they didn't know the real amount they can take. वो बेचारे Mangalorean, hey, let's have wine, man. Let's have wine, man. So they didn't really care about the money. They just cared about the booze.
And the last thing, जो हमेशा होती है, कहीं ना कहीं किसी का झगड़ा जरूर होता है हर शादी में. There are people, who just get into fights unknowingly. There are these fights that happen. Have you attended? Have you ever been amused by any such?
मेरी शादी में मैं लड़ रहा था अपने चाचा के साथ. There are photos. My wedding album has photos where I'm looking at my chacha like really in anger, and I'm like pointing out somebody. Like there are photos captured in real moments, because he got too drunk. Yeah, he got too drunk, and he was on the mandap, and we are like getting married. Yeah, and he's standing and he's like, I love you, beta. I love you, and he just kept on. Of course, it was love. but he kept on shifting so much that some of the decorations were like literally
Falling
falling.
up. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I got very angry with my Chacha that time. Like, Chacha, please behave.
I'm sure
Then he
Chacha
started behaving.
is still very, apologetic about what he had done. What an amazing chat. Thank you for your
Same here,
time.
same here.